Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. Last time, we were working on blood magic, and we were trying to get the sacrificial orb. That's the only thing left before we can actually jump into blood magic that we need to do, and it takes a lot of blood. We'll look at that in a second, but I have some new friends. I have a whole bunch of pigs and sheep. I also did a bunch of the research that we had from last time. So let's get this all taken care of. And hopefully that'll help with Thaumcraft. We'll get more stuff. I have like next to no what's the things? Aspects left. I'm running out of like everything constantly. But there are some easy fixes for that. So let's get our bar back to where it needs to be. And I want to grab some fences. If I have any more fences. I don't think I have any more, do I? Alright, well, easy enough to make some. Walls, whatever. It's the same difference. And where do we want to put these guys for right now? I just want to kind of secure them so that they don't walk everywhere. Hey, I'll get him in a moment. And I also want to make sure that there's going to be no darkness or anything like that. So let's get them all corralled. But yeah, I logged on here and there's a whole bunch of pigs, and it's like, okay, that's a thing. Doesn't bother me too much. We can scan them for a little bit of aspects. The main ones that I need is like Ordo and stuff like that. Humanus. And what were the other ones? I don't remember. Instrumentum is a big one. But yeah, so today we're going to do a couple of things. And honestly, one of the big things that we're kind of waiting on is UU matter. I had to think of what that was called. We're kind of just waiting on UU matter. That's going to take a while to get pretty much anything done. So it's kind of a pain. We need a lot of we need a stack of iridium in order to get an applied energistic system set up. And that's going to take forever. So what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to do a couple of things. One thing that we're going to do, we could automate bees a little bit. There are ways. There's a couple of different ways that we can do it, I've discovered, but not sure how we're going to do it yet. But the main thing that we need to do is we need more power. That's kind of the issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a mix of, this is working just fine, yes. And how full is this? That is full, so let's turn this guy on for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a mix of getting more power and getting more magic done. So this is going okay, but we can make this better. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up another nuclear reactor. In fact, we can probably let's turn this off and let's turn this off, and this will cool down and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to basically duplicate this. We can do it at least one more time currently, but if we put like 2 nuclear reactors over here, we move that nuclear reactor, put it over there, and then move these 2 guys, put them here, and power all this stuff solely based off of nuclear reactors. We'll have an MFE that is getting power, transferring it to these guys. We'll have to have this still with the transformer upgrades. We'll probably make a couple more recyclers at some point here soon. But get this taken care of. We can easily move this guy, and all of this stuff can be moved pretty easily, and then we'll just put the stuff into a tank and go from there. So currently we can make a little bit of iridium, Now, I don't know... This takes 0 EU, which is kind of nice. So... that is sucking power for this guy. And honestly, I think these solar panels can deal with that. And worst case scenario, we can always make more of these guys. We can make a nice array of those, and then slowly upgrade them to the advanced, and then slowly upgrade those to the ultimate. And eventually, I would love to just run everything off of ultimate hybrids, but those are really expensive as well. So if we look at ultimate hybrids, these things require 2 enrich, which is a stack of iridium, because it's 4 times 8, half a stack there. Yeah, it's a half a stack for each enriched selenium alloy, and so we'd need 2, and that's ugly. But we can make iridium pretty easily, and it basically just requires a bunch of UU matter, 120 millibuckets rather. And we'll just do that for this next single run. I think we can make 2 more. So we're... Ooh. Uh-oh. Eating this does not work. But I want to do that with just getting over here. We need to eat some zombie flesh. Or brains. Brains will give us warp though, so let's eat the zombie flesh. And our hunger will fade. Alright. We have no hunger anymore. Alright, so that's going to be the plan. So, before we get to that, because I went through and I listed all of the stuff we need to make all the components in there, except for the fuel rods, and then the actual reactor itself, which the reactor wasn't too bad to make. Yeah, it's just basic machine, and then, yeah, a whole bunch of basic machines, and a whole bunch of lead. Yeah, a lot of lead, plus an advanced circuit board, but this is relatively easy right now. We might look into that today, because I want to see if we can UU matter that. So that's one of those things that, yeah, it's a pain, but it's not that bad. So, more nuclear reactors. The problem comes from the supplies. So, I calculated we need about 116 gold ingots, so we have that. We need close to 400 iron. We easily have that. We need like 140 tin. Copper is the issue. We need about 450 copper, but we have enough. We could probably make 2 reactors and keep the one there. I'm gonna do most of that off camera, I think, because it's a lot of crafting that we've seen before. I do want to go ahead and process some more uranium. So let's keep this going. Ore washing plant. Let's get our hazmat suit on. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of fuel rods. We can combine those pretty easily into whatever we need. And yeah, start getting to work on all of that. So fuel should not be an issue. That goes somewhere else. And I will just kind of continuously work on that. So I'll probably do most of that off camera. Ow. I still have the fuel rods on me. We might die. Because actually, we're not going to get that much radiation. It'll end. Yeah, that's nasty, and it does a lot of damage to your armor. Alright, so, whoops. Alright, so, all of that aside, that's just kind of me talking about this. So I'm going to move a lot of that stuff off camera, and I don't know if I'm going to move these machines. I could, but we have 2 iridium. We can do 1 more run. You know what, let's keep this always active. Let's go sleep real quick. So, the plan for today is going to be, let's get some magic done, and then we might look at doing a little bit of bee work. Just because we really don't have much else to do right now. We're just kind of waiting on power. So the only other thing to do is increase the power production. Now, I've considered switching over and actually allowing the RF to EU transfer. But at the same time, I still don't want to do that. I kind of want to do IC2 normally. I kind of want to do this with IC2 only. But I realize that that's going to be a pain for me. But, oh well. I wanted to do something real quick, and I don't remember what it was. I do want to get rid of these walls. Yeah, inventory is starting to become a problem. Alright, so we put those in there. I have a bunch of the stuff to make more. That's right, I was going to make more of those guys, but I didn't. Oh well. We didn't need a bunch of pistons. So let's open these treasures. And knowledge fragments is the thing that we can do to get a bunch of aspects of random things, but a bunch of aspects. Now, what was it I was going to do? Because I was going to do something, and I don't remember now. This is bad. I wish they was stacked. Let me think. Let's go ahead and get another chest. And we'll put all of the Tharmcraft stuff we don't want in this. Like that stuff. And I'll move things over. So, anyways, let's get into some actual work. So, yeah, bees is something we need to work on. We have plenty of power. All that. I don't remember what I was going to say. I started to say something and I can't remember now. But, anyways, the sacrificial orb. This is the thing that I want to work on, and I have 215 millibuckets of blood. So I thought I'd be smart, and I killed a couple of the cows. And I put them in here, and they got me a little bit of blood, not really that much. I also stuck the donkey in here, thinking, hey, he'll give me blood. Nope, they give glue, because they're technically a horse. That's a technicality, I think, but they're not. I don't know if you actually get glue from donkeys. I know the old saying, it's common to say that you get glue from horses, and Minecraft has done that, but I don't know if that's actually true. I think it is, but we got glue from donkeys. But we still need a lot of blood. So blood. How do we get a lot of blood? Well, I was looking at this, and there's this bloodstained block. Alright, well, what is it? It's smooth sandstone with either some raw beef or a bunch of rotten flesh. Well, I have some raw beef in here. I also have a bunch of rotten flesh. So getting smooth sandstone is not going to be an issue. I also still want to work towards getting the solar panels. I think that's what I wanted to do. So let's get some cobblestone. And there we go. Cool. I was trying to get plenty of cobblestone. So this is an input. We can put that in there. Now we also need to grab a little bit of sandstone. And do I have any sand and or sandstone? I have 4 sand. So we're going to need to get some more sand. So what I'm going to do, actually let's just go down below and grab it from this system. How's this doing, by the way? We got plenty of sand in there. I stole a bunch of sand from this before, but this is working quite well, to be perfectly honest. And hopefully we need to get speed upgrades and a lot of this stuff, and start doing that kind of stuff, but for the most part it's working just fine, so I don't really care. Anyways, so there's some sandstone. Don't we have to do smooth sandstone? And then this with this gives you bloodstained blocks. Now this we can smelt in here. And these will give you 100 each, so we need 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And oh my god, I have so many eggs. You know what? Let's just throw these. I don't even care. Oh no, it survived. I have to kill it. I don't want the chicken. Oh. That's not the void. So, we just need to grab some rotten flesh. And we can make these. No problem. And we'll just take the rest and put it in here. So, with this much bloodstained blocks, we should be able to get all of the blood we need, plus a little extra. And all we'll do is just kind of, we'll just break it and reset it, basically. This is getting a lot of power, though. Ooh, not as much as I thought. This is always active. It's using 40 RF per tick. This makes like 40 RF per tick plus a little bit extra, but this is all full. So making steel is not going to be an issue. We also have a ton of wood. So is this done? Yes. Now we can pour the blood there and get our sacrificial orb. Finally. So that is an important thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to scan it if we can. Nope. Okay. We're going to start getting into blood magic a little bit. So we just break that and it should reset it. Yep, everything disappeared. Cool. So we're going to get into blood magic a little bit. We have the sacrificial orb now. The next step is getting runes. So if we want to get any of these runes, we need blood runes, which requires a waystone, which is actually pretty easy. It's just mana infusion with flint. And they also require blank slates, plus a blood orb. The weak blood orb is a tier 1 with a mana diamond. So let's grab a diamond. How are we doing on diamonds, by the way? 21. Not too bad. Could be better, but not too bad. So we get a mana diamond. We should have enough mana for this. We do. Sorry for the truck in the background. And I'm just going to set this up for right now, right here. Now we're going to want to keep our life kind of full because, yeah, this is nasty. So right click, and this not only I thought this would get like become part of us. So we fill this up, and it's going to drain a little bit to begin with. That is because there's actually 2 tanks in these guys. There's an input and an output tank. The input, so the input tank is what you see here. The one tank is what you see here. Input output, that's kind of confusing actually. But there is an export tank where you can hook this up to a barrel or something and store blood. Sounds creepy, I know, but that one holds, I believe, 1,000, and that one fills up first. So the first little bit of blood that you give the thing kind of disappears. Let's grab a regen potion if we have one, or instant health potions. I have all these potions, so I might as well use them. And let's fill this guy up quite a bit, and we'll get our blood orb. The blood orb will allow us to do a bunch of different things, so just come up here, do that, drink that, and more. So let's just go ahead and throw that in there. Drink some more health. Splash ourselves with the health. And just keep this full of blood. Also eat. It's important to eat. This is not a tier 1, is it? It should be. No, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Alright, so this should take a moment, but as you can see, it's draining a lot of blood. It takes 2,000 life points or blood to make the item. And how much we're actually producing every click, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's around 100, but I could be wrong. But there we go. Right click that, and we're going to want to right click that, and it's going to hurt us, but it is now ours. So there is the blood orb. Can we scan that? We can. Cool. that is going to be important to get more stuff. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is get a bunch of these arcane stone blocks. And as we've seen before, they're kind of a pain to get. But any of these runes, any of these blank runes, requires 2. We need 8 to get this to a tier 2, which will allow us to make these. And the next blood orb and all sorts of stuff. The guide goes through all of this pretty well. Blood magic. So you get all the blood magic stuff. Before moving on from blood magic, it's a good idea to make at least a tier 2 altar, which will require 16 slates to make all the blood runes. And then put a brewing stand to get more stuff and all that kind of stuff. So getting basic infrastructure for all this, all these magic is going to be important. But one of the first things I like to make with blood magic is a sigil. It is the divination sigil. That requires mana glass, single blank slate, and niter. I think we can handle that. So let's work on making that. And we're going to need arcane stone block. We're also going to need 16 more for later. Let's get... Do we have any regen? We have a regen 2. We have a couple regen potions. I'd love it if they were in bottle form. That's usually a little bit easier to work with. Strength, there's another regen. Instant healths. Alright, cool. We'll keep the rest of the stuff for later. But we do need to make niter. And we're going to want niter for some other stuff as well. Niter is not that difficult to make. It's glowstone with 3 light, 3 fire, 3 energy. Well, if we look at coal... coal... Have I scanned coal? I should probably scan coal. Let's grab one of these. No, okay, I've already scanned it. So it's 2 of each. So if we get 3, we can make 2 niter. And that's something I actually want to do because we can put niter underneath this guy, and it will heat up the thing. So the other thing is torches. We need 6 torches. Otherwise, I think glowstone would work. We do need 2 of these anyways. Glowstone would be okay. I think I'm going to use glowstone instead. So what we can do is we get our bucket. We'll get this full of water. And it'll boil in a second. And we're going to get some niter. So we throw in the coal. And those, and we get 2 niter. Now there's a little bit excess in there with the census, so we can just clear that out. And it made some flux, but that's okay because we can just do that. Perfect. So we have niter. Let's scan niter. It's gonna give you some aspects. We'll put 1 in here to keep for later. And now if we want the divination sigil, what we need is, we're going to need some mana glass, which that should not be a problem. We need 6 glass. And we just throw that into the mana pool. No problem. Hopefully we have enough mana. It doesn't take much, so there we go. And we just need to get one of these guys going. And this will be nice and easy. It should be anyways. Just to add a bunch of blood. And here in a second we'll be able to see just how much blood is in there. So blank slate, niter, mana glass, and blood orb gives us divination sigil. Now this, we right click and bind it to ourselves. It tells us how much essence we have in our current mana pool. And we can right click this and see how much is in it. So it's got 4,000. And it will also tell us the tier and the capacity. So put that in there. I can just right click this and it'll just kind of tell me that it's draining and all that fun stuff. and we right click, and we just continue doing this for a while. And yeah, this is blood magic. Early blood magic is a little slow, a little boring, but later we'll be able to do a lot more automation. We'll be able to set up a ritual that will kill mobs for us, and we can just set up a dark room, or we'll probably do a cursed earth room, and that'll allow us to get nice consistent blood basically whenever we want. We can just light up the room, turn it dark, whatever. Let's actually do this so I stop doing that. So there is a few, 5 blank slates. Do that. Drink a potion or 2, and do it more, so we can get almost 3 more slates. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to be upgrading our altar as soon as possible. Now there is an issue with this. We can't go well, we could go farther. We could actually make let's see, tier 1 requires glowstone blocks, I do believe, or tier 3 rather requires glowstone blocks. So that is something we can easily handle. But anything else, let's see, it's glowstone and then it's blood, which we will need a ritual stone for that. And ritual stones require the apprentice blood orb, and that is a little bit harder to get. So yeah, there's a lot of recipes for this. All the blood orbs are they're a pain. Can make it uncharged. How much does that? It's 20,000 blood with a tier 4 altar. We could actually get through this without ever killing a wither. That'd be kind of cool. To be perfectly honest, that would be worth it. Yeah, we'll need this dagger of sacrifice later. That'll help. We can make systems that'll make things a lot nicer. But in order to get the tier 2 blood orb, we need prismarine. And in order to get prismarine, we need alchemy catalyst. So this isn't actually all that bad. We're pretty much there, other than the chemistry sets. So it's just one of those things. You have to do this to get this, to get this, to get this. Progression. So we're gonna need a few more blood, or a little bit more blood. And let's regeneration effects are limited next to this when you're using that sacrifice orb, I believe, but I could be wrong on that. How much blood we have? 2,000. So we'll just keep doing this, and it'll transfer all the blood. We have enough for 2 more. I think it does less or something. I don't know. But we're getting there. We're almost done with this. So, like I said, between episodes, I'm going to make a couple more reactors, I think. Probably 2. I'll probably make 2 reactors, move the stuff. I might make them somewhere else. I might put them down below or something. Maybe have that IC2 and put this area right here be all of the replicating and all that kind of stuff. But in order to do that, we're going to want... I think I have the electric... yeah, I do have the electric wrench. Because we'll want to make sure that... Ignis. Ugh, I have so much Ignis. I don't need Ignis. I need Ordo. So let's regen. And we should be able to just kind of stand here and get the last 2 orbs. So a lot of work to get these runes, but it's going to be worth it. It really is. Did we scan this? No. Can't. Try to scan that. Can we scan these guys? And 250. So like 1, 2. That should be enough to get the rest. Yeah, so I'm gonna move IC2 stuff a little bit. One thing that we are gonna want to make is another MFE. How bad is that to make? Can I do that off camera? Oh, that's actually pretty easy. The Energium dust is a little bit expensive, but the diamond dust we are getting, so it's not that bad. So we have excess blood in here. Let's just clean it up with our blood orb, and what that'll do is it'll put blood into our blood network, or life network, and we can also do that just by right-clicking. We get 200. So it's one of those things just to kind of keep in mind. You want to do occasionally, but it's better just to clean up whatever's left in here. Then we can break this. We'll lose a little bit of blood in there, but that's fine. We're going to set that up somewhere else at another time. So if we want blood runes, we need stone. Stone's easy enough. We need waystones. So we're going to need 2 sets of those. So we need 2 flint. So I think we can handle that. Do I have any flint in here? No. Alright, so I'm going to clean up a lot of that stuff, by the way, between episodes. So there's 2 flint. Now we also need some sort of shard. Now, I want to see, oh my gosh, there's so many different recipes, I realize. So nether bricks gives you 4 fire shards. That's a nice recipe. However, nether bricks are a bit of a pain to get. So what's a good shard to get? Air shard is the other thing. Ice. Earth is grass. That's actually a really nice one to use. Stone slabs are also pretty easy to get. TNT, not so much. So we need our hammer. Can we use the chicken hammer? I don't remember. No, I think we need to use this hammer. We do have 19 water shards. We're gonna need 8. So we have pretty much everything except for the stone. So let's get some more stone cooking up. And just throw that in there. I'll come over here and get more. Is this out of power? No. That's turned off. Why is that off and it's... Oh, because I'm doing all of this processing. Alright, so... lots of stuff to do. Let's grab... Why do I keep doing that? I shouldn't shift click that. Alright, let's eat some soy milk, because I have so much of it. Might as well. We can put this here. Try to clean up our inventory just a little bit. And we'll make more lead. And let's see, how much stone do we have so far? 13? 14, plus all that stuff. I'm getting a decent amount, and that's done. So I'm going to fill that up with a bunch of cobblestone and do what I've been doing. So this is nowhere near enough stone. We need, actually, we need all of this plus 1, and we can get all the stone we need. So never mind. This is really easy. So we're going to make the runes. This is going to allow us to make a tier 2 blood altar. Now the thing is I want to set this up, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to make another platform like over here, and basically this entire area will be blood magic. So we're not going to do that this episode, but we are going to go ahead and make the stuff. We're going to make the runes, and eventually we're going to have to automate this, because the tier 2 blood altar requires 2, or not 2, requires 8 runes of any type, and I believe the tier 3 requires like a lot more. I want to say like 24-ish, but I could be wrong. But anyways, there's the waystones. I don't know if we can scan these. Hey, we can. That's actually a really good way to get earth. I don't know if flint is the same, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make the runes. So waystone, blood orb, some sort of shard, and stone makes the blood runes. And the blood orb is almost never actually used, but now we can do some actual blood magic. And I could use this one. I could just go ahead and use this one for the blood altar. I don't know. Let's just place it down just to show off. So you do something like this. The middle block does not matter. And you put it down, and if we take a look at it with our diminution sigil, it's a tier 2 altar. Now what this means is we can actually make some stuff. So in order to make all of this is going for the Gorgomillis, so we can make mana really easily. The Gorgomillis requires Rune of Summer and Rune of Fire. The Rune of Fire requires nothing too difficult. The Rune of Summer requires an Imbued Slate, which is a tier 3 blood altar. So we could get a tier 3 without getting the blood orb. That is completely doable. And then it's just a bunch of blood to get one of those. And we make a Rune of Summer, and we can make Gorgomillis. Now we need to make a lot of these, so we'll need a lot of slates. But, you know, air shards, air runes and earth runes are both pretty easy. Mushrooms is a little bit of a trick, but that shouldn't be too bad. We can grow white mushrooms. And I almost want to say we have the market. I don't think we have any mushroom seeds. I don't even think we have any mushrooms, but we do have the market. That might be something we could buy with emeralds. I think it is, actually. Yep, right there. White mushroom spores. So we can buy that and we can farm it up. No problem. How much? God, we have so much redstone. Yeah, we have like 40 stacks of redstone. That's amazing. I love it. So blood magic we're going to step away from for right now. What I'm going to do is between episodes, I'm going to build up this area. I'm going to build out this platform and just kind of extend this all the way over. Make a nice big platform here. And I'm going to set the blood altar up. I'm going to use cobblestone where I need to put stuff. And we're going to make a decent sized blood altar. We'll probably have it, I'll start at the bottom and work my way up just to make it easier. And I usually use a guide for that. There is ways to get, there's like this guy, Sanguine Santium. It's a book and raw pork chops. I could make that. Let's go ahead and make that. Why not? So there's a pork chop. And we just need a book, which should not be difficult at all. In fact, I might already have some books. And it's raining yet again. Alright, I don't have any books, but we can get paper pretty easily. And I have leather, so let's get this going. So yeah, just kind of gonna work on getting a bunch of different things. We do have a little bit of mushrooms, but not many. So book, and it is a shaped recipe. It's a very shaped recipe. Wow. So this is the blood magic API. This will tell you how to make the blood altar and all that kind of stuff. The recipes are obviously wrong, but let's see. Battle Mage, Demon, step to tier 2, advanced altar mechanics. there should be somewhere tier 3. So this is the tier 3 altar. It's going to require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 20 blood runes plus some glowstone. So 20 runes means 40 of these guys. So that's how much we need. And that's going to be a lot of blood. So I'm going to work on that off camera as well. Just a bunch of stuff to do. So if I can make we do have a few more mushrooms here. Okay, so we'll probably buy the white mushrooms and use that, but we could also just kind of not worry about it too much. Anyways, I'm going to make a bunch of blank slates to make a bunch of blood runes, and I'm going to plot out the blood magic. I'm also going to down here make a couple reactors and move all of the recycler and all that kind of stuff downstairs, and all that fun stuff. Now, one last thing I want to do before we end the episode, I want to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's clean up our inventory just a little bit. So potions can go in here. We'll put glass bottles in there as well. I won't worry about most of this stuff right now. And yeah, let's get the stuff back on our bar how we want it. So let's go ahead and make an advanced circuit board. So advanced circuit. So one of these guys requires 2 basic capacitors, 4 of the redstone things, plus 2 intricate circuit boards. Five, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. I accidentally got 1 too many, but we do need 1 more after that, so just throw those in there. That'll make it. Eventually we'll automate a lot of this stuff, but we won't do that until we get access to applied energistics, because that's going to make all of the automation a lot easier. 4, 5, 6. I know I have. Actually, let's just use those. And let's see. We have that one. It was almost crafted. We need iron plates to make the circuit, and then we do one of these. And there we go. Advanced circuit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the replicator. I already scanned one, didn't I? And that's a lot. We'll go ahead and save it, because why not? But that was... yeah, that's not worth it at all. That's right. I forgot I did that, didn't I? That is not worth it at all. Can we scan a capacitor? That would be worth it, I think, because that's a complicated recipe. It's probably not going to work. Do I want to? Yeah, let's go ahead and try. It's probably not going to work, which is fine, honestly, because I don't expect it to. It is scanning, so we'll take a look at that next time and see. Actually, basic capacitors, these aren't bad to make. I can make signalum really easily. I'm not going to worry about that. It's just a lot of redstone, and honestly, redstone is super easy to get, so there's not really anything. I mean, this refined hardener might be something we want to look at. But I think for the most part, what we're going to do is just use the UU matter for iridium. And that's going to be the best way to go about this. We have 3. We can turn this on for a bit. But this is draining a lot of power, and I'm not entirely sure what. I think it's the ore washing machine? I mean, it's gotta be. Because this isn't going. Unless that was trying to get power back or something. So we have the iridium ore. And that's all that matters. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Like I said, I'm going to work on blood magic and the reactor. And just kind of in general building this area out. And next time, we might do a little bit more blood magic. We may move on to something else. Maybe do some work with bees, get those going for a bit. Or something. I don't know. We have witchery we can move. I need to start moving all of this stuff off of this central platform to where it goes. And honestly, I think bees are going to go out there as long as the biome is good. I mean, it should be an ocean. It probably is an ocean. Yeah, it's an ocean. So we'll do bees up here. So I'll expand these platforms. And honestly, I think I'm going to get rid of the bridges. Actually, I like the bridges on top. I don't like the bridges down here. So I'm going to expand the platform this way for bees. And we'll kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think I will probably fill in a lot of the stuff. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!